Okay, YouTube, so Paul Bates here, and today I just want to talk about all the different dunes. You got Glamis, Dumont, Little Sahara, Pismo, Sand Hollow, Coral Pink, St-Anthony's. Of course, we can't forget the Oregon dunes and a couple of the other ones, Armagosa and stuff like that. I've pretty much done them all. The top 7 that I do are those, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about them right now. At the end of the video, leave your comment, man. What's your favorite dunes? What do you like about them? What do you like to do at them and stuff like that? I do trail riding. I do it all, but I am a duner at heart. I love the dunes, and so enjoy the video. Leave your comment, and we'll see you at the end. Thanks.
Paul Bates here, and today I want to talk about sand dunes. So we'll talk about the 6 major, in my opinion, the 7 major sand dunes. And we got Glamis, Dumont, Little Sahara, Sand Hollow, Coral Pink, St-Anthony's, and Pismo. So real quick, I'll talk about which one has the steepest hill. By far, the most hardest hill I ever went up was probably St-Anthony's. Choke Cherry was definitely, by far, no question about it, the hardest hill I ever got up. The first time I tried it, I wasn't going up it. The first year that I went there, I did not get up it. So by far the steepest, no question. I've ridden all of them in this car, so I know what I'm talking about. I can argue with somebody, but if you have a stock CanAm-turbo, 172 horsepower, Choke Cherry is by far one of the hardest hills in all the dunes to get up. Second hardest is Sand Hollow, Competition Hill, by far. Then the next one is Dumont, Competition Hill. And then Coral Pink has some steep dunes, but it's not like the other 3. The other sand dunes all have their dunes, like Oldsmobile Hill out at Glamis, not that big of a deal. So camping out at the dunes, probably my favorite camping. Man, it'd be a toss-up. Glamis and Little Sahara have about the same kind of situation, and the only thing I really liked about Little Sahara, you have water and sewer inside the park. So you can go dump your tanks anytime you want. You can go get water anytime you want. Super easy. And you just drive up. So Little Sahara, nice. Now, Little Sahara has a steep hill too, but it's really not that big of a deal to get up. Then my next one, camping, we'll go Little Sahara, and then we'll go Glamis. Dumont is all dry camping. St. Anthony's a lot of fun. You can camp right at the campground, and you got full hookups. It's the only one that you can do that with. Pismo, by far, probably some of the best camping, but you better be prepared to get out on the beach and know what you're doing. Also, Coral Pink, you have state parks, and there's a dry camping, what I call the corral. Done all of them. I love all of them. We just got big rig parking at Coral Pink. Coral Pink, in my opinion, well, we'll talk here in a second. So the most dangerous sand dunes that I ride, and by far, I think is Coral Pink. That afternoon ride at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when you're driving across there, and believe me, I've seen people get killed at every single one of these dunes. And on a big holiday weekend, I've never gone away with Dumont without somebody being killed. So they're all dangerous. There's not one of them that hasn't killed. But by far, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, Coral Pink is definitely by far the most dangerous dunes, because they have these dunes, and in the afternoon when you look across there, it looks like you can just drive straight across the dunes. It's so easy. But there's 40 and 50 foot drops every once in a while, and you hit one of those, and I've seen people do it, and it breaks their backs, it breaks their machines. So by far, my opinion only, Coral Pink is definitely the most dangerous. I talked about the steepest hill, St. Anthony's by far. The second steepest hill is Sand Hollow, sand dunes. Competition Hill on back of Sand Hollow, that is a steep hill. Hard to get up. My car has no problem with that one. The other reason I give St. Anthony's a little bit harder is because my car didn't make it the first year. I could not get up that hill. Everything I tried, I couldn't do it. But I was running the stock Liberties. Now I switched to Bighorns, and after I switched to the Bighorns, I didn't have any problem at all. If I ran paddles too, I wouldn't have any problem with it. But Coral, by far the steepest hill out of all of them is St. Anthony's. The next one is Sand Hollow. then Dumont. Glamis, there was nothing. There was nothing big there. It was, if you like going, we'll talk about Glamis in a second, and I'll talk about all the riding at all of them real quick. Just give you a quick breakdown. But Glamis is super fast. You can just ride. They got the sand freeway there, and you can just ride 60, 70 miles an hour. Looking down at my speedometer, sometimes I'm doing like 70 miles an hour. Like, woo, that's fast. Dumont, by far, very, very dangerous dunes. You can get killed. They're super steep, super big razorbacks. Probably one of the funnest places. I mean, I just love that place. I grew up there, and just love it. Pismo, the camping. That's more about the camping, the riding. If you're a big dune rider and you're going out to ride, I mean, they're fun, but there's nothing really there. And they're dangerous and they're steep, and people get killed at those too. But they're probably the easiest dunes to ride out of all of them. And then Little Sahara. Little Sahara has a unique situation. I love the camping at Little Sahara. Has a big dune out front. We park right at the big dune every time. And you just drive out there and you got full hookups. Not full hookups, sorry. You have water and sewer right there in the camp. So you can just drive over and get water anytime you want, or you can dump your sewer tank anytime you want. So next one, Sand Hollow. Sand Hollow actually has a campground at the park. Super cool. It's not the greatest sand dunes in the world, but they do have a steep hill in the back there. I wouldn't recommend it for a full-blown sand car type thing because there's a lot of rock crawling out there. It's a good place to go. It's a lot of fun, especially the wintertime. And you got a combination of everything. So it's a great, challenging place to go. And again, people get killed out there all the time. I mean, I see cars flip out there just as easy as they do at Dumont, but they're not. The dunes aren't that big, and they're pretty nice. It's probably a fairly easy place to ride if you're in and you can do that in a 900, and you'll have a great time in it. Coral Pink, like I've told you before, steepest, not the steepest, and not the biggest dunes, but there they have an actual campground, and they have a dry camping area. They have a couple of them. And it's a fun place to go. We love it. We've been there. We probably go there 2, 3, 4 times a year. I'd like to do some snow riding this year up there. They said that's really a lot of fun. And it's a tourist. There's a big tourist trap up there. By far, probably the most dangerous dunes that I ride because of that 3 o'clock afternoon shadow in the sun. It just, you look out across there and it looks flat and it looks like you can haul ass. And I've seen people just go off the ends of those things. And then St-Anthony's, by far probably my favorite dunes. You can camp there. The campgrounds are right there. It's the only place that you go where you camp right in the dunes and you have full hookups. It's the only one out of all of them. That's the only one that does that. The rest of them are all pretty much dry camping. So camping, we're going to go with St-Anthony's, then probably Little Sahara, then Glamis, the Dumont, Sand Hollow, Coral Pink. All of them, a lot of fun. I have videos of all the campgrounds at all these places, so just check them out anytime you want, especially if you're getting ready to go. But again, I am a dune rider, and if you got any questions, just leave a comment below. I'm happy to help you or guide you through any of the dunes out there. Anyway, be careful out there. Peace out. Paul Bates. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys out in the dunes one of these days. Anyway, good luck.